Schmo was saying, figuratively, you're always in his corner, not physically.
No, of course, yeah.
This is the Schmo, the pro, with the number 3 ranked UFC welterweight. Remember his name, Belal Muhammad, in the flesh, Boston, UFC 292. How we doing?
Good, man. Excited to finally be down here. Did the weigh-in show right now. Excited for these fights tomorrow.
The Schmo feels like you don't miss any of these pay-per-view cards. You're traveling everywhere the UFC goes.
Bro, they call, I'm going to answer. I love these. I love the energy from pay-per-view cards. The pay-per-views are just different.
How's the lobster here in Boston?
Oh, man, it was so good. Like, that's all I was excited for to come to Boston for. Lobster roll. We got a really good one in on the weigh-in show. Now I'm going to go search for others.
Now talk to the Schmo for a second, man. Colby Covington just did an interview with Michael Bisping. There's some doubt that he's fighting on that card at Madison Square Garden because John Jones is fighting against Stipe, and he can't share with John Jones, potentially him and Leon Edwards. What do you make of that?
That just leaves that opening. I think that's God trying to tell the UFC, like, Bully B needs to fight for the title. That's them trying to make everything happen for me to get the title, and it makes the most sense. Me and John are boys. That's my boy right there. Shout out to John Bones Jones. We're both Young LA. Shout out to Young LA. And, I think that he understands. He knows that he doesn't want to weasel like that on his card, and he earned it. Like, John Jones could pick whoever he wants on his card. And why would you want a freaking clown like that on your card? I think that he's a heavyweight champion, a heavyweight GOAT, and I think that he wants Bully B on his card. So me and Leon, co-main event, who wouldn't want that?
So speaking of Johns, the Schmo is just speaking with John Anik, and he thinks this fight's got to happen in 2023. Maybe they push it to December because there's no headline there for UFC 296 over there at T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting part. It all comes down to whether Conor's going to fight or not. Is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? If he comes back, December's Conor's card. But if he doesn't come back, that's where it gets interesting, where you do need a title fight for that card, and maybe they'll move that fight to that card. But I'm hoping and praying that Conor comes back and they move me and Leon on the John Bones Jones card.
Well, all the Schmoes seem to forget there's unfinished business between you and Leon. The eye poke situation, no contest. You got to run it back eventually, Al.
It has to be done. For me as a fighter, and it should be free for him as a fighter, as a man, to want that fight, to know what the result is of that fight. Even the way Cheeto and Sean talk about the way they fought, there was unfinished business there. Even Cheeto says, I'll give him that. I'll fight that rematch back because he knows he doesn't want to win like that. Ours was a no contest. I have the 9-fight winning streak. He has a 12-fight winning streak, the 2 longest winning streaks in the welterweight division right now, the 2 best guys in the welterweight division. Me and him should be the ones fighting each other. And if I'm Leon, I want to fight the next best guy in line, which is me.
A lot of speculation with the main event here at UFC Boston 292. Sugar Sean O'Malley, Aljamain Sterling. Championship rounds, do you think it goes that far? Do you think Sugar Sean O'Malley can land more than 55 strikes against Aljamain Sterling?
I think people are really sleeping on Sugar Sean's. Well, it's both ways. You're either sleeping on Sugar Sean's grappling or you're sleeping on Aljamain striking. I think that's where it comes down to. I think Aljamain could stand and bang with Sugar Sean. I think his awkward striking style presents problems for a guy like Sean O'Malley, who's just going to be guessing and waiting for that shot. Like, I don't think Aljamain has to shoot. And also, I don't think Sugar Sean, if he gets taken down, the fight's over. I think he's smart enough. He's good enough in jiu-jitsu, and he's been training for a year for the one guy, right? He's been training specifically for this one guy for a full year, and I think that he's going to come in with new tools, new things that we haven't seen yet. So I think that this fight will probably go 5 rounds, and I think it'll be one of those classic fights that the bantamweight division usually has.
Let's go back to your division. The former champion Kamaru Usman. Who do you speculate is going to be his next opponent?
It's tough, right? For me, I think if I'm Kamaru, I'm waiting for Bully B to get the belt, and then I'm gonna fight Bully B. We never fought before. It would definitely be a great fight, and he has that point now where he can rest, he can wait, he can see how the division plays out. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of these fights just got canceled. Kelvin Gastelum and Shavkat. But that fight just got canceled. Then you just had Ian Garry lose a big fight against Jeff Neal. That fight just got canceled. So there's a lot of pieces that have to be put into play before Kamaru should pick and choose who he wants to fight. I know he wants to fight Wonder Boy, but Ian Garry is calling him out Wonder Boy now. So if I'm Wonder Boy, I'm waiting for a striker in Ian Garry instead of a wrestler like Kamaru.
You believe in the hype of Ian Machado Garry?
I mean, we'll find out this weekend, right? People could talk. People could say whatever they want. Like, from what we've seen of him so far, he's performed. But you're going against a guy now in Neil Magny he's a real test. He's a guy that the guys that finish him are the elite of the elite. The guys that, when you get past a guy like Neil Magny, who's been in the game for so long, has the most wins in the welterweight division, it's a real fight. His last fight, we saw what he could do, where he could make a fight, break a guy down on the cage, hold you against the fence. He knows how to win. That's what Neil's the best at. So now we'll see if Ian Garry knows how to play that game too. All right, well, you're going to try to grab me. I'm going to keep my distance and pick you apart from the outside, because we really haven't seen Garry go against a hard level wrestler or a guy that wants to just push him to the fence. We'll find out Saturday.
Can we get a final message for all the Bully B fans out there worldwide?
Shout out to all the people that are with me, man. Keep hopping on this bandwagon. I'm going to get the title. It's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, Bully B will be the champion this time next year.
He's the pro. I'm the schmo. UFC 292. Boston. We're out.